This song is unsettling, not because of how it sounds, but what Jane is saying. Jane Remover's video isn't just about a relationship, it's about a power imbalance, imperfection, and borderline abuse. Everything is falling apart, but in video Jane is chasing something that was never real to begin with. Video came out on October 20th, 2023 and is the 9th track on Jane's 2023 album, Census Designated. It was sung, produced, written, and composed by Jane Remover. According to an interview with Stereogum, Jane Remover would envision the story written within the song. Video is about striving and running towards the light at the end of the tunnel. But it's told through this story of a guy and a girl. The girl's watching the guy play with himself online and she tries to track him down and look for this guy in real life. But when they meet, he ends up taking advantage of her. Its lyrics were transcribed by Jane Remover and her alt account 973 Bad Vibes Girl. The lyrics for it were verified by Jane Remover. Video appears on Census Designated, Vinyl version, and Census Designated. All of these songs that sample video are Adenosine by Odyssey, I Heart You Too by Kuru, Jane Remover Cheat Codes Zip by Jane Remover, Jane Remover Crossroads Zip by Jane Remover, Basement Couch I Was Supposed to Be in the Video by Melodic, Turn Up or Die by Jane Remover, and Intermission Be My Buddy I Just Can't Deny by Zave. The only song that video samples is Uncanny Long Arms by Underscores and Jane Remover. The songs that interpolate video are Supernova by Jane Remover and Funeral, The Unfixables by Amelia Eats the Water, Got What You Wanted by Carlos Conejo, and Follow Advisor by Amelia Eats the Water. Last but not least, video interpolates the songs Shut My Mouth and Backseat Girl by Jane Remover. Before we move on, fun fact, video has a lyrical or musical relationship with 6 other Jane Remover songs. Now that we know video's background and musical relationships, let's talk about its lyrics. Let's talk about the first line, which I played at the beginning of this video. Earlier, I said that Jane stated this song was about a girl seeing a man online, intentionally finding and eventually meeting him, and then that man taking advantage of her once they do contact each other. Because of this context and the lyrics up ahead, we know this is an unhealthy, asymmetrical relationship. Using this information, we can conclude that this line means Jane is fantasizing about the man showing her even an extremely small display of affection, saying that he misses her, loves her, or really anything positive about her when she goes. He isn't nice to her and clearly doesn't care about her, but she wants him to, and in this line we can see that by how she's wishing he'd care when she leaves. This line is kind of confusing, but let's try thinking about it metaphorically and in the context of the song. Throughout the song, we find out that this man frequently pleases himself to, for, around, or with Jane. Eating could be him pleasing himself, and sitting at the table could be her participating in that activity with him or being physically present while he does it. She might be trying to say, why be around you or have intercourse with you if I'm not really here for my pleasure? I can watch you online or from afar, so there's no need to participate or be physically present. I just need to watch you. I don't need to sit at the table if I'm not eating myself and just watching you eat. Jane almost forgot who she was or what she looked like until she saw the man she's speaking to playing with himself online. This could be metaphorical or literal. If this is metaphorical, then she forgot her true personality, self, or persona until she saw this man. Something in him, or that he was doing, made her recognize herself, and this might be why she likes him. She might like seeing herself, but the only way she can may be to see him or interact with him for some reason. If it's literal, we can assume that he was literally indulging himself to a video of Jane, she saw herself in it, and that's why she remembers what she looks like. Like a lot of lines in video, this is difficult to decipher, but I've broken it down as much as I could. Men usually please themselves with their hands, and we know that this man frequently pleases himself and knows who Jane is on top of having a sexual relationship with her. Combining all of this information, it seems like Jane is saying that when he has his genitals in his hand, or when his hand is away from his genitals, he's always itching to see Jane because she helps him get off. He wants to see her not because he actually likes her, but because she's just a quick, easy way to get off for him. Jane desperately craves recognition from the man she is speaking to. After tracking him down to meet him and being taken advantage of, all she wants now is what she always has, for him to at least recognize her, care about her, or show her any kind of affection. This line probably refers to how Jane had to put a lot of effort into finding the man she's referring to or speaking to throughout the song. If we assume that she is upset while singing this, we could view this as a negative statement that essentially means Jane is saying she worked so hard to get to this man and isn't even getting what she wants from him. If our interpretation of the previous line was correct, this line most likely means that Jane is tired of pretending she's satisfied when she put in so much work just to not get what she wanted and, of course, taken advantage of. Despite tracking down, chasing, meeting, and having intercourse with this man, Jane still doesn't know anything about him. She wants him, wants his affection, and more, but doesn't even know a single thing about him. They're not really close at all, although Jane badly wants to be. Jane is saying she's not going to act prideful or satisfied because she obviously didn't get what she wanted. She's admitting that yes, this was a bad idea, and no, she's not satisfied, as easy as it would be to just keep pretending like she is. Come down could mean come downstairs or recover from their intercourse, and by victim, Jane could literally mean victim, as the man is indeed taking advantage of her, or victim as in vulnerable, pliable, and submissive. It makes the most sense to me to assume she's saying, when I recover from our intercourse, do you want me to act vulnerable, pliable, and submissive? She's obviously not happy and being taken advantage of, so maybe she's saying, instead of fighting back or speaking up for myself like I should, do you want me to be vulnerable and pliable because that's easy for you, because it makes your life more convenient? Alternatively, she could be asking the man if he'd rather her just please him and leave. In asymmetrical sexual situations, the victims often aren't the ones receiving pleasure. Therefore, asking him if he wants her to be a victim could mean she's asking him if he'd rather her just please him and not ask for anything in return, to just be a victim he uses for his own amusement and receive no pleasure herself. Following up on the previous line, maybe she asked him what she did because in the sexual video they made together, he seemed to display body language or say things that suggested he wanted that. He didn't seem to actually care about her and seemed to just want to please himself, so maybe she saw the video, saw that behavior, and thought to ask him straightforward if he'd rather her just not even expect reciprocity from him anymore. Groovy on Genius writes, the man referred to in this song, and likely the one referred to on the rest of this album, is actually representative of her audience and their expectations. Since Jane has said that this is about the light at the end of the tunnel, being told through this lens, perhaps the light at the end of the tunnel was her dream of music, though now that she's arrived at that destination, it's turned out to be self-destructive for her to even make music due to her bad relationship dynamic with her audience. In this line, she's saying that if she wrote a pop song, she knows that the audience would come chasing after her, though it's not what she's doing on this album, and as a result, she's being punished for it by her fans. In Jane's more recent single, JR, 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 she says, they like the pop song, but leave when shit gets ugly. In a heartbeat means very quickly, and being someone's princess means being with them or spoiled by them. Piecing these phrases together, we can figure out that this line translates to very quickly, I'd be your girlfriend or let you love me, spend on me, or more. Jane is saying that if she writes a pop song, we, her audience, would be so enthusiastic about it and obsessed with the fact she finally gave us what we wanted that we wouldn't even realize it was all a ploy to get us to chase her. We'd be so obsessed we wouldn't even realize that chasing her is not our idea, but that she just made us think it was. This is similar to "I almost forgot what I looked like till I saw you playing with yourself online." It's essentially the same line, but instead of recognizing herself when seeing the man she's speaking to playing with himself, she recognizes herself when she sees herself in the porno she made or that they supposedly made together. Alternatively, some people think that Jane is saying that she sees a porno, sees the girl in it displaying the typical desperate for sex and love trope frequently used in porn, and begins to relate to the girl because she is also desperate for sex and love from a man. To me, this line has two meanings. If Jane is the girl in the video, then she's probably saying something along the lines of, after watching the video, I'm not desirable, vulnerable, or pliable enough for him, so I can see why he doesn't give me the love I want. After seeing myself the way he sees me every day, I realize that I'm not worth it. I'm not worth his love. If Jane is relating to a different girl in a video, she might be saying either, I can see why the man in the video is not reciprocating to the girl in the video because she's undesirable and I relate to her, so maybe I am too to my partner. Or I act like this girl who's, through my eyes, undesirable, rude, ugly, or something like that, so it makes sense my partner is not reciprocating to me if I'm this unpleasant, if I'm as unpleasant as the girl in this video is. This kind of hints toward Jane actually being the girl in the video, and the correct interpretation of the previous line being that after seeing herself in the video, Jane thinks she is not desirable, vulnerable, or pliable enough for the man she's speaking to, and therefore sees why he supposedly doesn't give her the love she wants. I saw us in the video, I saw how unpleasant I am, so I get why you don't reciprocate. You might be thinking that I've already covered this, but this line has a subtle twist to it you may not recognize. Earlier, I spoke about, "Oh, I'm so tired of pretending," and "I don't know a single thing about you," which are separate lines. This line is a combination of both of those lines. "Oh, I'm so tired of pretending I don't know a single thing about you." Jane is now blatantly admitting she's been obsessed with this man for a while, and that their meeting wasn't by chance, admitting that she actually knows more about him than she lets on, despite having previously pretended not to know anything about him. Maybe she was pretending so that she didn't seem as obsessed with him as she actually is, which would have made her less vulnerable, as he wouldn't have known she was so easy to take advantage of. Or, this is a stretch, but maybe she was trying to play hard to get with him, which wouldn't have worked if she let on how desperate she was for his love. I'm not exactly sure what this means, but my best guess is that Jane is saying in the videos she's lying to the man. Let me explain. She's faking getting off, being happy with him, or receiving any pleasure, and the fact that she said "these days" suggests maybe it wasn't always this way, but recently she often finds herself completely unsatisfied. The man is telling Jane to dance because it's fair, and Jane agrees, saying that she feels the same. She feels it's fair that she should dance for him, but maybe this is a lie too, because this follows, "These days I always lie to you when you watch me." I'm going to skip ahead to the next line because I think this one kind of goes hand in hand with it. Now that we've arrived here, let me explain what I think Jane's saying. When we put the two lines we're thinking of together, we get, "Boy, I'm so tired of trying to make you change your mind. All I want you to do is chase me." Using what we know, we can conclude that this means Jane is tired of trying to get this man's attention, tired of trying to get him to reciprocate, and tired of trying to get him to be as infatuated with her as she is with him. She's kind of giving up in a way and saying, "I'm done, I'm so tired, I just want you to chase me and you're never going to do even that." Throughout the song, Jane shows disdain for herself, and later on, we see for her appearance. This is probably reflecting some of that insecurity she often displays. This is very similar to the earlier line, "When I come down, do you want me to be a victim?" Except now Jane says, "Do you want me to be your victim?" She's become his fully now, and she considers herself owned by him. Instead of a victim, just anybody, she's asking if she should specifically be his victim, his to abuse and use. Jane is now speaking about the video they made together or a sexual experience she had with the man in the song. This is kind of graphic, so I won't say too much, and I think she's talking about what comes out of a man after he relieves himself. She's talking about the substance from before being in her mouth. If she was using her mouth to relieve the man, then maybe he finished in there and so it was inside of her mouth before she could even attempt to spit it out. Also, the wording of this line, "before I could spit out anything," seems kind of pushy, forced, and like Jane is being taken advantage of. Maybe she didn't want him to do this to her or finish there, but he did anyway. Only after he was pleased, only after he was finished, and only after he was satisfied, which was at the end of the night, did he try to please Jane herself. Even then though, the use of try suggests he didn't even fully satisfy her and just made a measly attempt to. He only really cares about his own pleasure and fails to give her any. Jane is adopting a humorous mindset when viewing the situation. We know she knows her situation is bad, that she's being abused and that she's being taken advantage of, and in this line she's joking about the negativity and grimness of it all. She's saying, "Well, I always feel like I'm worth nothing or useless these days, so I guess it doesn't matter who I'm with anymore." This also kind of ties into the fact that she's given up on this man. She's tired of trying to chase him and is sort of detaching emotionally, although she's still physically with and around him oftentimes. Kind of a stretch, but maybe the man is sleep talking. Maybe during his waking hours, he lies to Jane and tells her she's getting prettier to reassure her. Not that she is pretty, because she obviously realizes she's not enough to him. We see this in the line and through the screen. I can see why he doesn't reciprocate. But when they're asleep in the dead of night, he talks about how he actually doesn't like her, actually doesn't think she's getting any prettier, and therefore never will like her. Again, I'm going to move on because I feel like this is connected to the lineup ahead. I'm going to be honest, even after putting the lines together and I can't bring myself to tell them you woke up with an arm gone missing, I still don't really know what Jane is trying to say. I think she means that she can't bring herself to tell them possibly being her friends, family, acquaintances, or loved ones, that her partner's arm went missing, the arm being her if it's a right-hand man kind of deal, or the arm being his literal arm? I don't know, it could be a metaphorical thing like, "Oh, I left, so now you can't use your arm to pleasure yourself." Like she's saying she can't bring herself to tell everybody that after chasing this man so much and acting like they had a good relationship at times, she finally left and now neither of them are getting what they want. This kind of sets in stone that Jane is the girl in the video. This line is almost identical to the other ones about the girl in the porno or things of that nature, except this time she recognized herself when she felt him moving inside of her during intercourse. If I'm right about Jane having left by now, then maybe she's rewatching a video they made, or their videos together and reminiscing, saying it upsets her to know how far she would have gone for anything from this man, or how far she would still go. Even after all of this, even after supposedly leaving him, even after being abused, mistreated, and destroyed, Jane still wants his recognition. She still wants him to really see her, even if it's not for who she truly is. That's all that I can really say about video, and honestly, I just hope everyone enjoyed, and let me know if I missed anything, or you disagree or agree with any of my interpretations. Thank you for watching, and bye guys.